decrees. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, peep? How's everybody doing today? It's Thursday. Woo! One more work day. Some people may got a couple of more, but hey, glad. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thursday. We got playoffs game tonight. We got a big show today. We got a special guest, Coach Young from Kentucky Wesleyan coming on here. He's going to be on here in probably about 30 minutes or so. So make sure you hang on, watch that. Love it. It's our first head coach, so we're going to go ahead and get in and learn some more about Kentucky Wesleyan. So that's going to be fun. But it's a lot of stuff that's been going on and all that kind of stuff. So I had a great show yesterday. Southern High, Coach Hatcher did his thing. Gave everybody, an overview of his program. And the good thing is, guys, the mayor is officially has joined the team. He's been on the team, but he's going to go ahead and help us get some more of these coaches and players and things like that. So shout out to the mayor, Mr. 502, big time, not stopping. But it's a lot of things that dropped today, big time, and we're going to cover that. I got another guest coming on who's going to join me. Brother Bump is going to join me so we can get in some Louisville talk. We haven't talked about that situation in a while, so we'll definitely follow up with that one. But, hey, it is what it is, and it's Thursday. We got the baseball state finals is going on right now today. So, I know the Sales and Woodford County played. I might have to catch up, get caught up on that score. So if anybody has caught that score, please let me know that score. It's very important. I want to know what's going on with that. So definitely let me know about that and all that kind of stuff. So sit back, relax. Let's have a good Thursday. Make sure you guys comment. Make sure you guys also go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. How you doing, Shannon? What's going on with you? How you doing, sis? How you doing, Mom? Hope everybody's okay. And look, also we got track finals is coming up Saturday. I know the mayor will be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there. So make sure you give us a holler. Let us know what's going on. Introduce yourself. All that kind of good stuff. Also, we have the track, baseball, softball. So fun. So let's go on and get into it because before you know it, we'll have our guest on, Coach Young, on here, and we'll have our other guest, Bump, on here. So let's go ahead and get it started real quick. F&C, you know about F&C right now. Everybody knows about F&C. Come on now. Next week, F&C will be full throttle. Not this week. It's every other Friday. Check it out. We'll be talking about some good stuff. We had some more. We had another tragic shooting the other day. We had another one, too, in California. So things are just getting out of haywire, out of order. And we've had, I think, something about assistant coach got charged with murder. Assistant basketball coach. We're definitely going to be hitting all that on F&C. So make sure you watch that big time. If you want to know get a little glimpse of that, what's going on, this is F&C.
Got your consequences, because Lord have mercy. Now you're done. You ain't got no career. You're gonna face jail time, prison time, brother.
That's right.
Yes, I mean, so it's just, I mean, I don't know, but like again, we don't know what she was thinking. desperate people do desperate things, and maybe she probably thought she can get away with it. That's my only thing that you thought you can do. She watched too many snaps, because Snap, well, heck, on Snap they don't get away.
That's that. Also, make sure you check out the gaming show with the gaming channel, Mark and Will gaming channel. Check that out. Hopefully, there'll be some new material on that soon. Marcus should be firing up the console any day now, and I'm sure you guys will get notification on that. So check that out, big time. Let's go on and get into baseball real quick. Let's get some scores, some good old baseball scores from yesterday, January. Woo, June the 1st. So you had the Braves win 6-0. You had the Guardians 4-0 over the Royals. The Mets 5-0 over the Nationals. 5-2 Cardinals beat Padres. 14-1 Marlins blew out Rockies. 5-4 Astros over the A's. 6-5 Phillies over the Giants. Rockies 13, Marlins 12. Shootout. Hey, that's a fun game right there. Orioles 9, Mariners 2. Blue Jays 7, White Sox 3. Red Sox 7, Reds 1. Tigers 5, Twins 0. Cubs 4, Brewers 3. Rays 4, Rangers 3. Padres beat the Dodgers in LA 8-4. And postponed was the Angels and Yankees. And so far today, June 2nd, January 2nd, June 2nd, you got the Marlins with a 1-0 lead over the Giants. You have the Reds with a 3-0 lead over the Nationals. I hear you. The Angels and the Yankees are scoreless. Orioles is 3-2 over the Mariners. Padres, Brewers scoreless. Cardinals, Cubs scoreless. Yankees beat the Angels 6-1. Tigers beat Twins 3-2. Rays 3, Rangers 1. 8-3 Blue Jays. And tonight you got the Braves versus the Rockies. And you got the Mets and the Dodgers. Big time. So make sure you check that on out. Shout out. Let's go on and do this right now. Coco Golf advances to her first Grand Slam. Let me scoot it on so y'all can see that whole name right there. Her first Grand Slam, French Open. So hats off to her. She's been doing her thing, and hey, that's a big accomplishment. She's still young, so go ahead and get that final. Gotta get that championship, Coco. Everybody's going for you, cheering you on. Love that, big time. You already know tonight. Tonight's the night. Celtics Warriors. Warriors 3.5-point favorite. It comes on 9. So check that out. It's gonna be a doozy. You got Tatum averaging 27 points. You got Curry averaging 25.9. You got Splash Brothers are back and doing their thing. You got I guess we're gonna call them the Bruise Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not the Blues. The Bruise are the Green Brothers, because Tatum and Brown, deadly combination, take care of business as always. So definitely check that out. So we go ahead and rap about that. Might go ahead and drop a show. I would say over the weekend, but I'll be in Lex on Saturday, and got some graduations parties and stuff I got to take care of on Sunday, so maybe not. But still, definitely going to rap about that, not sure for Monday, so that should be about 2 games in the fold. Make sure you check that out. Should be a good series. Let's everybody hope for a good series. Everybody hope for a good series. I've been talking about it. If the finals heard, ain't no stopping. You got OTA starting in NFL. You got some high school football starting, a little practice and doing stuff like that. College is about to gear up, rocking and rolling. People getting back reporting on campus. Some freshmen get ready to start reporting. Y'all smell it? Football is in the air. Yes, sir. Can't wait. Big time. Why do you think we having all these football coaches And we got some basketball players that we doing. We're gonna have to bring some other players in there too. Check that out. But yes, that's why we doing it because it's that time. It is that time, and cannot wait for that. So definitely check all that good stuff out, and we're gonna rock and roll with that. Um, so let me see, get that rolling big time. So just in case miss anything, I have the Warriors in 6. Had the Warriors winning against the Bucks. Bucks didn't make it. Another green team did. And I think it's still going to be the same. I think the Warriors. I've seen where actually Celtics on ESPN, they got them favorite to win the series. And I mean, it could. It could happen. It could happen if the referees let them go ahead and do what they need to do. But we'll find out real quick. All right, let's bring in our first guest tonight. And we're going to have fun talking about this stuff right here. Let's bring in Brother Bump. You guys know him. Big time. So, nothing new.
What's up, Wood?
How you doing, brother? You doing all right?
I'm I'm smooth, man. I'm smooth. What's going on?
Hey, man, everything. You know everything always goes on, man. Everything,
Right,
especially
right.
around Louisville. Louisville
Yes,
goes
sir.
on. But I mean, yeah, I was just telling them that football's in the air. You can smell it. I know all the Miami Dolphin fans are kind of hype a little bit because they are relevant again. So made
Finally.
some big moves. So that's gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
interesting. But the reason why I brought you on the show is because University of Louisville is actually getting ready to let me bring that letter down a little bit. People just have to zoom in or whatever they need to do with that one. They're about to hire Josh Hurd as the new athletic director.
Right.
Um, everybody's maybe seen some billboards. Everybody heard a little chatter. Because some people wanted to experience AD. They went to a search firm to do what they had to do. Then you had some people who wanted Jurich. And
Right.
yesterday, this broke about Josh is going to be hired. So all of a sudden, you get a letter that appears today from Muhammad Ali's widower. You also got Lynn, the stadium, and you got
Patterson, yeah.
Patterson, the other stadium. They done formed a letter and basically saying how disappointed they are as boosters that they pretty much did U of L, the search committee, all that did not interview Jurich.
Right.
Also, I found out another little nugget that come to find out when you do these kind of interviews, you have to sign that disclosure information, so you can't be telling nothing. They say he refused to sign it.
Oh,
So I mean, sound like you didn't want to get interviewed. Uh,
right.
but what is your? I just want to pick your brain a little bit, go back and forth a little bit. But bro, what do you think about Josh Hurd as the new athletic director? Anyway,
I like the decision they made with him because he's already making major decisions within the university. I mean, I think he's the one that extended the contract for the volleyball coach.
mm-hmm.
Um, Hard Payne, that's a good hire.
Right?
So he's making moves already. It's another major move that he made that I can't
Walls,
think of.
Walls, Jeff
Walls,
Walls.
right,
He
right, right.
took some
Yeah,
verbiage out and added some more stuff in there.
right. So he's making good choices right now. I know everybody's not gonna be happy, but you still got people that's not happy with Payne that he hired Payne.
Right,
You know, and as you know what I'm saying right now. So as many major moves in good direction, the programs you can't make everybody happy,
right,
and that's the bottom line. You're not gonna make everybody happy,
right.
you know.
That's true.
So, but for me personally, I think it's a good. I think he's going to take us in another new direction. And
Right.
I think with George, I love George when he was here and everything he's done because you go down Floyd Street, that's all you got
That's
to do is
him.
look at that's him. But I think the university wants to go in another direction as far as just getting away from the past and everything affiliated with what's happened within the last 7 to 8 years.
Right. And you know what? Real quick, Bump. What I love is that he's young. You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
young. He was here before, and actually, he was under Jurich.
Right, I
So I
remember.
mean, all this stuff that's going on, and if it's truly, what I'm saying, a mess or whatever, it's fine. As far as jurors, collective people, it's like, jurors need to come out and say, hey, I'm happy for Josh. I'm glad that he got it. Squash that stuff, because when you got boosters coming
Right.
out doing all that, I mean, why you think Louisville has had a black cloud? Because we still dealing with silly stuff. But why y'all even got a letter that came out anyway? That don't make sense to me.
Right. But see, they're you gonna have Jewish people still hanging on, and you know what I'm saying. I was one of them at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I was pulling for Jewish to get the job just because he knows his stuff and he's connected to the boosters. And once he left, a lot of the boosters closed their pocketbooks
Oh
and
yeah,
wallets.
yeah, big time.
And so I'm hoping. I mean, I know early in the hiring process of the athletic director, when he was coming out about Hurd and Jury said, he would actually help as much as possible. I'm hoping that still stands on his part.
Right.
So I'm just hoping that everything goes according to plan, as far as him helping out and letting the boosters know that, hey, you know, do what's best for the university, not me.
Right, right. And that's what I like in that letter. And sorry, guys, I'll probably post it on our social media and stuff like that, so you guys can check it out. But what get me is that the letter's basically like, well, we're doing this for the love of our. No, you're not. All you guys
No,
is buddies with church. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's
and I'm
it.
pretty sure you guys were like, sitting around the bonfire or whatever, the pool, and talking about, well, I really, you should not have been fired. Well, right, I shouldn't have. I went down with
Right.
Rick and all this, and we know that. That's true. That's true. But sometimes you just got to move forward. You just got to
And another thing with that, which I think the NCAA is about to become obsolete anyway, but I think the university is looking at it as an aspect of, if we bring jurors back, this NCAA stuff is still not
right. So
complete yet.
right,
So right. So the NCAA is more likely to punish you with a jury in place because he was part of the process that got punished in the first place.
right. But
But if you show the NCAA that you're moving on and you don't went in a complete 180 direction,
right.
you know, it's not too much more they can do.
You know what's so funny to me? Because you also had people beating the drum to bring Rick back. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, guys, come on. Granted, I'd rather have Jurich, you know what I'm saying? Because, I think he just went down with the ship. And I understand that.
He did. He
He
did.
went down with the ship. But okay, let's move forward, man. Let's move forward. I love the hire. I love the moves that he has done big time. As far as Kenny Payne and extending the contract of different other coaches, and they familiar with him. He knows how it goes. He went to Villanova. I think went to Louisville and learned some more. So hey, man, let's go ahead and do what we got to do. Yes,
Yeah.
he went ahead, and a lot of people are mad because he didn't give the boot to Satterfield and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, Satterfield is saying, "Okay, I'm ready now in NIL and whatever." Now he's got we're
Right.
going to have the best recruiting class ever,
Ever.
ever.
Ever. You're
At
right. That's
Louisville.
saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
Yes, it is saying a lot. So it's almost like I said on the show the other day, I'm cheering for Louisville to have a winning record in football, so we can see these recruits come.
That's it.
Point blank. I'm
That's it.
sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I still think he's another year away type stuff because
He
he's
is.
getting
He
some
is.
people. But please don't drop the so please, baby, keep it
No, you
going,
can't.
please,
Not this year anyway. You can't this year. You got to at least get us to a bowl game. You got to at least get us to a
please,
bowl game.
please. I'm
And
begging.
the schedule set up favorably for us too. So
Right,
you
right.
know,
So I'm begging, Bump. I mean, I am. I truly am, brother. Because we've been following Louisville sports for a long time since we was tots, and just to
right,
see some of these dudes, you know what I'm saying, like 4 stars, and I mean, yeah, every once in a while I get a sprinkle, but man, for a whole class is rocking and more is coming
yeah,
probably. Come on, man.
yeah,
Don't let us down, Sat. Don't let us
right. He's rolling right now. He's definitely
down.
rolling.
Yeah, he's
He's
got a
definitely
big date. I
rolling.
think it's the 17th or something like that to help bring in some more people. Let me
Right.
ask you, before I get you off here and everything, let me ask you real quick. How satisfied are you with we're going to basketball. How you satisfied with the assistant coaches and the staff that he's doing, and at the pace that he's doing it? Talking about Kenny Payne.
Oh, 100%, man. You got to be. He's like you said in home runs. He's knocking them out the park. He's knocking even the female basketball operations that they hired today. I
Right,
think was a great hire for the university.
right.
So Payne, he's killing it, man. He's killing it. I'm just ready to for the season to get kicked off. It's gonna be exciting fall for us, man. I'm happy. This is one time in the last couple of years I'm looking forward towards football and basketball.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna need him to do though. I'm gonna need him to get us two guards. I'm gonna need him to get us two guards. I
They
love the
coming.
length. I love the
They
length.
coming.
I love the length, and I love that he's got like because it's gonna be times you're gonna see a 6'8" two guard out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A wing player gonna play that. You know what I'm saying? You got L, but L needs a backup. I'm sorry. And
He does.
you need another. You know what I'm saying? Another guard and everything because you do. I would love to have two more, and actually three more, because I think Bates is gonna come, and I think Bates is that I can play two or three or whatever. But I still would like to have
Right.
two other guards just in case. And I'll tell you who I would love to see on there, unless he has committed. My guy that came from Mayo, and he transferred from Illinois State. His name has dropped me, and I don't think. Yeah, he was a freshman last year, 6'6", 6'5" guard. He was on that team. Oh, it's killing me. He was on the team that Mayo would probably won the state championship.
Okay. Okay.
6'5"
You're
guard.
COVID hit.
Yeah,
You're
when
COVID
COVID
hit.
hit.
I know
And
you're
he
talking
went to
about.
Illinois State, and I can't think of his name. And he went into the portal, and I don't think nobody's picked him up yet. He's a local kid. Go get him.
Yeah. And
Go.
you know the thing about Payne that I love, Wood, is the fact that he keeps everything close to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, what I'm saying, he might have something in the works. We just don't know it yet.
Don't know. Yeah, we don't
You
know.
know, that's one thing I truly love about him is that you don't know until the last second,
Right. I
and
love.
everything's not in the papers, and you know, he keeps it close to his chest. You know, keeps everything in house. So I
Right.
love that about him.
All right, two questions for you before you get off here. First one, who's winning the series of the Celtics and the Warriors?
Let me say this, and you know me and my son Jay. You know, we
Jay,
always
what's
pick a
up,
team.
Jay?
Yeah, we always pick. Matter of fact, I'm going there this weekend to holler at him. But we always pick a team to start the playoffs, and his team is actually Miami.
Okay,
He's since he was a kid, he loved Miami, and he's always been pulling for them. So he rode with Miami for the East, and in the West, he likes Phoenix.
okay,
And so, which I don't have an NBA team.
okay.
You know,
Yeah,
I love the
like
Sixers back. I love the Sixers back in the day, and I used to follow the Sixers hard as a kid and whatnot. Yeah, but
Jay,
oh yeah, Andrew
Mo
Toney,
Cheeks,
Doc,
Bobby Jones,
yeah,
Andrew Tony.
right,
Yes,
Moses Malone, Mo
yes,
Cheeks,
sir.
all of them. I love them. But since then, man, I haven't really, had a per se team. I love Jordan's team of the '90s, and
Right.
I followed all of that. But I don't have a team, so I picked the Celtics,
Mm.
and then I picked the Warriors. And
Ooh.
so, he called me today. He was like, "Who you got? Who you got?" I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna roll with the." I said, "Who you got?" He said, "Well, I'm gonna take the Warriors." He want to take the Warriors, so I got to go with the Celtics. So
right,
we can argue back and forth.
right.
So I'm gonna roll with the Celtics, man.
Right.
I think the Warriors are gonna win it, but because of my son, I gotta go against him,
Right,
and so
right.
I gotta roll with the Celtics.
Hey, and Brandon just texted me, and he said Howard Fleming is the guard I was talking
Okay,
about.
is that the kid's name? Okay,
Yeah, Howard Fleming. All right.
okay.
So the last question to get you out on this one: all the moves that Miami has done, do you think Tua would be that bus driver? Or would Teddy have to step in?
I think they're gonna try to roll with Tua and give him at least 6 games and see where we're at. But after that, you got it. If he's not producing with the squad we got this year, because this team is built to win.
Yeah.
So if Tua's not hitting it, because you got all the weapons there now, revamp the offensive line. We got the receivers now coming in. Defense has been tough for the last 2 or 3 years. So if he's not showing it, you got to bring in a Bridgewater.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I would like to see I would like to see Tua do good. You know what I'm
But
saying? I thought it was a good pickup when we picked him up out of Alabama. I'm just hoping he goes here
I
and
ain't
do
gonna lie,
good.
man. I did too. I liked him over Hurt and all them. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he had
Right,
nice ball and everything. I mean, granted, he may not have a cannon, but I thought he was heady enough and all this kind of stuff. But
right,
hearing all that stuff, had an injury, you know what I'm saying, coming in to NFL,
right.
all that kind of stuff plays dividends. So, I mean, I really hope that it works out for him because I don't think he's a bad quarterback. You know, it's to
No,
me, it's a lot of there's worse quarterbacks than him in the league, and you know what I'm saying that kind
and
of stuff.
you could throw a dink and dunk to the cheetah, Waddle, and
Waddle,
they could take you to the house. Right.
uh,
I hate we got rid of my man Parker. You know,
yeah.
we sold him to the enemy. You know, I love Parker with us, but you know,
But all right, Bump. Thank you, brother, for being on here. I'm
no
gonna
doubt,
holler
no
at you
doubt.
later, okay, brother?
I'll catch up.
All right. Thank you, Bump, for coming on big time. Love that, love that. Thank you, Brandon, for letting me know. Howard Fleming is the guy I was talking about. What's up, D? How you doing? Everybody tell a friend, friend, friend. Come join this. Interview's going to happen shortly. You know, let's learn about Kentucky Western and a new coach and all that kind of good stuff. So, you know, before he joins, let's go ahead. There's some things that, in case you didn't know, gamers, John Madden will be on the cover again. I think this is the first time since 2000 and something, 2000, 2001. So John Madden, rest in peace. He's going to be on there. That's cool. You got Steelers. That hurts. Tuitt is retiring after 8 seasons. Decent for end. Big body. Was a good player. He's retiring, so that's going to hurt. Also, you have the Browns. Watson's facing another lady came up and is accusing him. So that's something. All right, so we ready to rock and roll with our guest. So let me go ahead and pull up some stuff right quick so we can do this. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
What's going on, boss?
Hey, nothing much, man. Hey, it's an honor to have you on here, man, so we can talk about Kentucky Western. So I appreciate you, appreciate Brandon for connecting us and all this kind of stuff, and give you an opportunity to actually talk to the 502, the Louisville, and everybody else about your program. How's it going, though?
Man, it's going good. It's going really good. We're in the midst of, camp season right now. We just finished up. Our guys are still here on campus, still working out. We got about 40 guys still here in Owensboro. And so we got a good amount of guys here. But now, man, it's about to hit the ground running with all these different camps we're going to and the mega camps. Just like the kids go to the camps, we go out to identify the kids while still having kids visit our campus.
Woo, busy time, Coach. Busy time. So let me ask you this, because I know this is going to be your first year as a head coach, right, of Kentucky Western.
Right.
So, what what position was you coaching before that?
I was a defensive coordinator. I've been a defensive coordinator for the last 3 years here, coaching the linebackers as well. But I've been a defensive coordinator and recruiting coordinator here. And then I was a defensive coordinator, recruiting coordinator at my last two schools as well. So just been working my way on up, man. And this March got blessed to be the head coach. So now we're here.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing. And real quick, because like I said, I definitely want to hear about the program, but I also want to hear about you as a a person, as a player, a former player. I heard you played at Fort Knox, so let me get back into the good things of Fort Knox and all that good stuff. So, as a youngster, how old were you when you started playing, Coach? And what sports was you playing?
I think I got handed a ball as soon as I could, as soon as I can grab stuff. Like my dad probably handed me a ball when I got a bottle as well. So I mean, I've been playing sports my whole entire life. Sports was always my go-to. Sports is what kept me going in school because school was a necessity so I could play sports,
Right.
and so I used it as such. And until I got to college, I really didn't really find out why I liked school other than sports until I got to college. And then you got those major classes, and I was like, oh, this is actually nice. But nah, yeah, man, I went to Fort Knox High School. I'm proud alum of Fort Knox High School. While I was there, though, you asked me what sports I played. Man, I played everything. Football, I wrestled, I power lifted, basketball, tennis, baseball, whatever I could play, I was playing. Um, Whatever I could play. My one of my coaches, who he now works at Central High School, Coach Adrian Hill,
Okay.
told me to play everything I possibly could. So that's what
Right.
I did. I was just, at the end of my dad, you know, at the time it was just me and my dad. So
Hmm.
my dad was in the army. So, for a single dependent of my dad and him being able to be around sometimes, football was just a lot of sports just gave me my outlook. Sports gave me my second home. So I
Okay.
was able to create a lot of relationships with sports. So that's why
Okay.
I knew, because of my high school coaches, like, man, I got to coach. Because my dad told me at a young time, like, hey, our family's vertically challenged, bro. So making it to the NFL probably ain't going to happen and playing, but you can get up there coaching. So
Uh-huh.
I kind of just used football as long as I could, man, and then jumped into this coaching world. So that's where I've been at.
Hey, that's good stuff. Is your coach? I mean, your dad. He's a coach, right? Was a coach or
Yeah,
what?
my dad's a coach, man. He's coached for the Louisville Fire. He's coached semi-pro teams all up in Louisville. He's coached semi-pro teams back at home. He was at Fort Knox, North Hardin. Right now, he's at E-Town.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that, that was our rivals
Yeah,
in
I,
high
I
school.
gotta
So
figure that, coach. When you
yeah,
threw that nugget out.
I give them jabs every time I can. But no, we actually got a lot of E-Town guys on our team, so they're gonna give me crap about that. So. Uh,
That's good stuff, though.
yeah.
Love that. I love that. So, so you knew that, okay, coaching and stuff, and been around coaching and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of led. What was your first coaching job?
Man, so actually, I started coaching while I was playing in college. My redshirt sophomore year, Crad Jaggers gave me a job in North Hardin. RP Crad, but Crad gave me a job in North Hardin coaching the offensive defensive line. And I did that my redshirt sophomore year. Then my redshirt junior year and my redshirt senior year, I worked at the local high school, East Carter, in Grayson, Kentucky. And so, you know, although be it as people are like, oh man, you're 33 years old and you're a head coach, bro. I've been coaching since I was like 19.
A tie.
Like,
A tie.
yeah, I've been coaching for a while now. So it's like, it's it's one of those things for me, man. It's just, those were my first two opportunities in high school, and then after that, I got hired on as the director of football operations and running backs coach and recruiting coordinator at Kentucky Christian, my alma mater.
Okay.
And then my coach that was there at the time, Coach Peterson, um, he told me I had to go to grow, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
Right.
I just wanted to be in Kentucky my whole life. I was like, nah. My fiance at the time likes
Right.
Kentucky, so I was like, nah, we're gonna stay in Kentucky. But he told me I had to go to grow, so we ended up moving to Pennsylvania. I ain't never been there, never lived
Wow.
there. So it was just, we moved up there, coached at two different schools up there, King's College and Lock Haven.
Mhm.
And then it kind of made a full circle because then before I came to Kentucky Wesleyan, I was at Anderson University in Indiana.
Yeah.
And then we took this job here at Kentucky Wesleyan, and now I'm back home, an hour and a half away from my dad, and a head coach. So it worked out pretty well. Coach Peterson was right, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He was right.
yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be uncomfortable to be successful. Get ready to rock and roll.
Correct. Learn.
Let me go back real quick, Coach. For the people, like when you was at Fort, what position did you play at Fort Knox and at Kentucky Christian?
At Fort Knox, I was a linebacker and a fullback. We ran a wing tee.
Mm-hmm.
And I got recruited to play linebacker at Kentucky Christian. But then I ended up playing linebacker, defensive line. Hell, and they even needed me at center one game. I didn't care. I was just, dude, I don't care. I just love football. So
Yeah,
whatever they needed me to do, I was going to do.
I love that.
Yeah, what I was going. I mean, I didn't care, man. I wanted to play. I wanted to be there for my team. I wanted to win, So they could have asked me to kick a ball. I would never kicked it far, but I'd have did it.
I love that. That's what I'm talking about. A true player makes no difference.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into Kentucky Western. For the people who don't too know much about Kentucky Western in the city, give everybody an overview of Kentucky Western football in the city, Owensboro.
Kentucky Wesleyan College, man. A lot of people don't know we're a Division II school out in Owensboro, Kentucky. We're one of two Division II schools in the state. Only us in Kentucky State are Division II schools. A lot of people think we're an NAIA school. We're not, and that's no slight at the NAIAs. I went to an NAIA school, so no, that was no shot at them.
Right.
But we're not an NAIA school. We're a Division II school. We have right underneath around 800 to 900 students.
Okay.
We have a plethora of majors. Academically, we're one of the top two schools in the state when it comes to academic. It's pretty nice because before you get here, you don't know that stuff, and then you see all these publications around campus, and you're like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Oh, okay, all right, that's what we working with, okay." And
Right.
so I just rock with it. But Kentucky Wesleyan is a very diverse campus, diverse city of Owensboro. Owensboro, after Lexington, Louisville, and Bowling Green, is the fourth biggest city in Kentucky.
Okay.
So we have about in the city of Owensboro and the county of Davis County about 100,000 people
Hmm.
down here in Owensboro. So it's a pretty big size city. Um, Pretty much got anything that you're looking for. As far as campus wise goes, I actually nice because I keep looking out this window right here,
Uh-huh.
and this window right here is the quad. My wife is a resident director on campus, so
Okay.
I get to live right here on campus um, for free. But
Right.
nonetheless,
Right.
but no, nonetheless, man. I mean, it's one of the things about it for us that we do. We hang our hat well with recruiting the state of Kentucky because our school cares about the Kentucky kids. There's a lot of Kentucky kids that get undervalued when it comes to recruiting, and our school puts a premium on those kids. So the nice thing about it is when you get a kid to come down here to Owensboro, they're like, "Oh man, I didn't even know y'all had such and such and such and such down here."
Right.
It's one of those things where we can only tell you so much, but after a while you're gonna have to come and see.
Right.
Campus is gorgeous, a lot of green everywhere. We're not like we're in the inner city, but we're not like we're out in the country neither. So it's one of those deals to where for us it's beautiful. Well, you know what I mean, because it's beautiful because we're 3 hours from St. Louis, 3 hours from Indianapolis, 2 hours from Nashville, two and a half from It's closer to Nashville than it is to Lexington.
Right.
It's about 2.5 to Lexington, about an hour 45 minutes from Louisville.
Mhm.
So it's nice because we can hit a plethora of places pretty
Right.
quickly. But we play in I mean, we play in one of the toughest conferences in Division II. We play in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference
Okay.
versus with a bunch of Ohio schools and two Michigan schools. Um, so man, we have to get after it every Saturday. But
And I would
Kentucky
say,
Wesleyan is a place.
I actually came up to your campus with Ryan and everybody. I think it was like a year ago, a year and a half ago, a year last year or something. That when they had the showcase at you
Oh
guys,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
actually there. I was on the field. I was taking some pictures and different stuff like that. I can honestly vouch for Coach. Actually, that was my first time going to Owensboro, and I got some of my father's friends. Rest in peace. They used to, Jimmy Smith was a Hall of Famer basketball player at Kentucky Wesleyan, and so I was actually, I've heard of the school and everything, especially when I played football, but actually first time taking that trip, and I would say that is one of the easiest drives to make.
Yeah, yeah, it
Easy,
is.
easy, and it's
It is.
beautiful. And it's beautiful. I mean, what you said is right.
Right.
I mean, you got so many different things you can look at. Very beautiful, easy ride, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to talk about the stadium because I'm going to let you get into that. But I mean, I can vouch for you, Coach. That right there. One thing I do want to hit on because I want to go. I want to jump to recruiting. I want to jump into recruiting of Louisville. You know,
Hmm.
we're based, in Louisville, 502. We got a lot of kids. Um, and I know that, what I'm saying, that's not the end all, the be all. But what kind of efforts are you guys making to recruit more?
Well, you know, the guy who actually has been texting to both of us all day,
Yes,
he
sir.
asks me the same question all the time. So it's one of those deals for us. Is we have what a lot of people don't know is we've had a lot of success out of mail. We had a lot of success out of mail. We've uh,
That's
we
my
got some.
school. That's my school.
Oh, okay, yeah, we've had a lot of success out of mail with the Malone twins. Um, and some guys who followed them. So we've had some pipelines, and we have a lot of alumni who are in the Louisville area. At Coach Abel over at Fern Creek,
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot. And the nice thing about it is, my guy Coach White over at Atherton, we have a lot of connections with
Right.
the coaches down in Louisville. So it's one of those deals to where just like I do, those coaches in Louisville are all about trust and
Right.
all about relationships. So at the end of the day, we can't sell wolf tickets to them and them be able to trust and send their kids out there, because the one thing I do love about the coaches in Louisville is they're very overprotective of their kids, as they should be.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, because they understand that their kids, might not have the opportunities as other people might have. So they're
Right.
very, very overprotective about what their kids are getting into, making sure their kids are getting the right, paperwork done, making sure the
Mm-hmm.
financials all add up. So it's a trust building relationship. And as far as being a recruiting coordinator here, I say the same thing you just said every year. What are we doing as far as understanding that Louisville is an hour and a half away, bro? Like, if
Right.
there's a kid in Louisville, he should not be going anywhere in Michigan or Ohio or West Virginia
Right.
and all these other different places. So it's a concerted effort. Coach Browning is our primary recruiter down there in Louisville. He actually used to, live down there, work down there. So he's our primary recruiter, and he's doing a really good job. We actually had a kid from Louisville on campus today.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
can't say his name because the
Yeah. Yeah.
NCAA would try
Thanks,
to,
Coach. We ain't gonna try
but
to get in trouble. Yeah.
yeah, no, 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 I can't do that.
Yeah. Right.
But no, so it's a concerted effort to be able to understand, not get in where we fit in, but kind of kick the door down a little bit to let people know, like, hey, by the way, we're only an hour and a half away and we can play some high level football. So
Right.
just building trust with those coaches down there so they will open the doors up for us to be able to get after their kids.
Let me ask you this, Coach, real quick. I got to ask about a former male player. That's what I am, a former. How's Mr. Bross, Jalen? You know what I'm saying?
JB,
Yeah, yeah. What's going on?
JB,
Give me a
that's
quick
my
update.
dog. I was just texting him yesterday.
Okay, okay, okay,
I was texting him to get his summer updates. He sent me his summer weight.
okay.
Um, he redshirted last year. He looks like the Jalen Bross now that everybody's seen him. When he first got here, it looked like he got done lifting too many weights. So we had to tell him to slow down on the weightlifting and
Okay,
pick back up on the running.
okay.
But nah, he is Jalen is the type of kid that we call as a culture driver.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, those culture drivers are the ones that build your program.
Yes.
So if I ever ask JB to do anything, it's a yes sir, no sir. It's coach. What do you need me to do? I don't ever really have to ask him to do anything twice.
Right.
And that's the thing about that kid, man. It's just, and by the way, you should know this. He is a phenomenal recruiter. He is a
That's good.
phenomenal recruiter.
That's
So
good.
when I turn him loose and I say, hey, this is one of our top targets, it's on and popping.
Good. Good.
It's on and popping. So now JB's doing well. We got a couple other Louisville kids that are really doing well. Um, and the thing, just like you, everybody from Louisville wants Louisville people around. So he's on my head just as much
Good.
as
Good.
Coach Cosby is as well.
I bet. All right, Coach. Let's get. All right. So, what kind of offensive defense you guys run, man? I will be running.
Yeah, so on offense, we're very multiple offense. Coach Browning is our offensive coordinator now. I promoted him to our offensive coordinator. We actually had our install meetings for the staff the other day. We install the whole offense to the whole staff. We install the whole defense to the whole staff, so everybody knows what's going on. One thing I'll tell you about our offense, because I don't know if Northwood's watching, because if they are, then they're going to have to find out on September the 3rd what it's like.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I got you.
But
I got you, Coach. I got
but we're very multiple. We have some transfers that transferred in at certain positions
you. Okay.
that are nice, and then we have some guys that have been here. David Florence from Louisville, Brandon McGuire from Danville, Kentucky, Peyton Peters out here from Owensboro. We have some guys who have been here and been in the fire. Jaden Freeman down in Paducah, LaRon from Lexington. We have some guys out wide, Landon Newman in the backfield, Deonco, Jatori, and all those guys in the backfield that are
Okay.
Kentucky grown. everybody I just named to you is from Kentucky.
Great, great.
And so we have some guys who've been here 2 and 3 years that are ready to go. We're just ready to go.
Got
And so our offense, I sent something to our offense last night. Um, every Saturday we step on the field, man. Let's leave no doubt. Leave no doubt.
right, right, right.
I want to see the scoreboard light up, and they have all the ability to do so. We're gonna have a phenomenal quarterback battle. Whoever wins that position is gonna be a dude, because
Okay.
there's a couple of them that is just ridiculous. And then defensively, we are a high tempo pressure defense. No matter what front you see us in, no matter I have short man
Is
syndrome
that hey
as a
coach? Is
defensive
that something
coordinator.
that you enjoyed when you was playing? Is that something like do you know? I know you probably got defensive coordinator. Or are you wearing both hats with that? Who's the defensive coordinator?
So, my defensive coordinator is Brandon Fraze,
Okay.
one of my closest friends. So he is somebody that I trust, somebody that I'm grooming into having a like mindset.
Right.
Um, so it's just one of those things to where this year I'm not going to throw him into the ocean without a life paddle. So I'm gonna throw him into the ocean, let him figure out his footing,
Right.
and let him stick his toes in the water a little bit, and then when he needs help, just climb back up in the boat, and I got you.
Gotcha.
But other than that, I'm gonna kind of let him spread his wings and let him take over our day-to-day operations and things we got going on. But the philosophy of our defense doesn't change. It's called the Swarm. Our defense is called the Swarm.
Okay.
And what that means is I'll give you a little nugget right here, just on your show that not too many
Right.
people know. SWARM is an acronym, right? SWARM
Right.
stands for Savages with a Relentless Mindset.
Mm. Mm.
So our defense is, at the end of the day, we call ourselves some savages
Right.
because we want to attack everything with the tenacity that, okay, you made a play, you're going to have to keep making those plays.
Right.
Because we're going to keep coming and keep coming, and we have waves where we're going to keep coming and keep coming. So it's just one of those things to where that is how we attack things. Our guys take a lot of pride in the Swarm. They have dog tags. They have it on their jerseys and everything
Okay.
else. So it's a culture. And that's the culture that we're building throughout the whole team right now with some different things that I
Right.
put in place. But that was one of the biggest things when I became the head coach is the offensive guys just asked me to take that same philosophy, that same swag, that same
Love
way
it.
you carried yourself, and then put it into the whole team. And I told them I got them.
Love it.
So
Love it. I mean,
it's one of those.
yeah, you want that. Defense ain't got to
Yeah,
be the only aggressive unit. You know what
correct.
I'm saying? I love that. Yeah, yeah. And they want, and so they was on the sidelines and saw that and spring ball, all that kind of stuff. They want that. They love that. I mean, hey,
Right.
let me ask you real quick, because dealing with football, you can't reveal a lot. So how's the special teams? How's everything with that?
Our special teams, man. Listen, I'm a military brat, so you know the acronym KISS. I love acronyms. Keep it simple, stupid.
Right.
So we're gonna have a left return, a right return, and let them freaks do what they do. They're fast.
Mm-hmm.
Let our guys loose. Let them run down the field fast. Let's not be overly complicated, and let's go down and kick and cover, and then try to take things back to the house.
Right.
You recruit these guys, and that's the thing too. A lot of coaches that I don't believe in. A lot of coaches try to take these kids to where they've shown you from 3 or 4 years working in the system that they're coming out of, that once they finally get it, that they're able to go. So why would you overcomplicate things for them their first year?
Right.
Because you spent 7 to 8 months recruiting these kids. Literally, recruiting starts now,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't sign until February.
Right.
So you spend all this time building this relationship with this kid, loving on him, everything else. So when you get here, yes, you have some sense of attachment to that kid. Like, man, I really want to see you do well. Please go out there and do well.
Right.
Because I've been recruiting you. Your name is my name is your name. I've been talking about you with these coaches. Like, yeah, bro, let's go out here and do well. So sometimes special teams is how they get their foot in the door. Then they feel like, oh man, I can do this college thing, and then they just go and flourish. So our special teams, keep it simple, stupid.
I love it. I love it. All right, let me put the parent head on. Let me put the parent head
Yeah.
for all the parents out there. All right. So we know one of the biggest things that we send our kids, our child, our sons to you. We want to make sure, of course, they take care. We want to make sure the academics. So basically, we know that you got some good stuff going academics. What kind of resources do you guys have as far as study hall, different things to help these kiddos get that reach that ultimate goal of getting that degree?
Right. So there's a couple of different things, and it's nice that you get the chance to talk about them before kids get here, so they can kind of understand that football is way different from just being a regular college student, because you have mandatory study hall, you have mandatory tutoring sessions, you have an academic game plan where you meet with your football coaches every Monday, and we go over all your assignments that are due for the week. And then we make sure that you bring us, if you have rough drafts, you have to bring us or email us your rough drafts for that week. So it's a lot of tedious stuff on us as coaches, but
Hmm.
we rather take that tedious time to teach you how to be a college student so you don't fall flat on your face when you get here.
Right.
And then a lot of it was us having to teach, part of our culture is talk about climb. So we're trying to teach our guys how to take that footing and understand what it means to be successful in the classroom, because a lot of them get here and, like you just said, you put your parent hat on, but your parent hat gets back in the car and goes back down 64.
Right.
So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm the parent away from the parent.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
that is that's why in recruiting you have to establish that relationship with said parent. So at the end of the day, when little Johnny ain't doing what little Johnny needs to do, I no little Johnny, you gotta come holler at me so we can call mom on the phone so she can understand that no, Coach Young don't condone this.
No.
And at the end of the day, he gonna have to tighten up. I don't know what he was doing at home, or if you was doing his homework at home, or y'all ain't tell me something that was going on. Yeah, y'all ain't tell me something that was going on, but we gotta figure this out because I just got his first 3 or 4 grades out of this class, and this is not gonna end well.
Right. Right.
And,
Right.
and so that's the biggest thing is helping, and then helping these guys realize as freshmen, like you don't have an opportunity to fail the first part of a class and think you can make it up.
Right.
Because by the time midterm get here, if your midterm grades is in the trenches, bruh, you gonna have to scratch and claw just get back to a C.
College
A
is
and B
different.
is out of the picture.
College is different, and they need to know that.
College is
Different.
college is no joke, and so it's on us as coaches. But there's a academic game plan. There's a
Okay.
mandatory study hall. There's mandatory tutoring sessions. We have academic success coaches on our campus as well. So each student has a lady named Christine Solomon who they go see. All our football players, all our freshman football players go see Miss Solomon, and then they map out, their coursework and
Love it.
everything else, and then meet with their teachers as well. So there's a lot of things that we do specifically to try to make sure that you're in this position to succeed.
Love it. Love it. All right. So, how about how like parents are that we got the academics. How about the living arrangements, the dorms? How's that for the kid, the athletes?
I mean, my dorm is pretty nice.
Do they have a
Oh
dorm that they
man, I
live
mean,
together, or is it co-ed? How is that living
so
arrangement?
so all our dorms on campus are co-ed.
Okay.
Uh, and the thing we like about it is not all our football players live in the same place.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, they get out and meet other students on campus, get involved with other clubs on campus, go to support other teams on campus. Now, roommate situation, now you're rooming with a football player,
Okay.
but other than that, like your next door neighbor could be on a wrestling team, so you
Right.
might find yourself at a wrestling meet, or they could be on, down the hallway. So it's like co-ed, but it's not every other door. It's a different, but it's one hall. One wing of the hall is all males, and then the opposite wing is all females.
Oh, gotcha.
And so, so at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I might live in the same building with a female, but it's not like we live right next door to each other.
Gotcha.
Um, and so it's pretty cool for our guys because us being the size of school we are, that just brings into a community feel of it. But the living range is all right, man. It's college.
Right.
Everybody walks in,
And
and
so, coach, you
until you get to that sophomore junior year, man, you don't get the sweet living.
nah, you know,
That first year, that first year you go slum and bum it, bro.
big time, big time. Yes, sir.
just keep,
You
just keeping it real. Just
no,
keeping it real.
they don't know that, and they gonna find out. They
Hey,
gonna find out. Let
they
me
gonna
ask you this,
find out.
because the parents is asking all this kind of stuff. You got how's the nutrition and all this kind of stuff. So that kind of things as far as making sure these athletes is maintained. How is it? Because D1 has a little bit different than D2 probably. So how can you explain about nutrition wise? What you guys do for your team and all that kind of stuff.
So our sports performance coach, Coach Jay Lineback, does a really good job of keeping up with those guys and understanding, the things that, helping them. Like, I'll put it like this: we had an offensive lineman this summer. He was like 340 before he left. He just sent me the picture from the scale the other day. Buddy was 314.
Woo.
And I'm super proud of them. But it's one of those things. Coach Lombeck does a really good job of being able to orchestrate and see what those guys are doing. They're doing the calorie charts and all that other stuff. And then here on campus, if we go upstairs and talk to our guys in the cafeteria and tell them, hey, such and such is, we have a few guys that need to either gain or lose weight. Then when those guys come in, they'll tell the cafeterias that, hey, I was one of those guys.
Okay.
And then their plates will get made a little bit different.
Okay.
And then downstairs, we have the grill area. That's where most of our guys eat because it's convenient. And they go over and get them burgers and chicken tenders and everything
All
else.
that good stuff.
So yeah, we have a couple guys who are on a no-fly zone or the no-fly list for the grill.
Oh,
They can't go eat at the grill. They got to go upstairs. Um, you got to go upstairs. Go upstairs to the caf where they got the buffet at, and you can go over there and make a salad and some fruit and all that other stuff. Get your plate right. And then some guys have to their own plate restrictions to where you got to send pictures of your plates to your coaches,
wow.
showing us what you're eating,
Oh,
and so that's what some kids don't realize, man. College football is different.
yes,
It's
it is.
different, and if you got to gain weight, lose weight, whatever that situation may be, you have to really lock in on that. But nutritional wise, most of our guys are on a 19 meal plan a week, so they get taken care of and they eat
Love,
well. So
love it, love it, and I love that you explain that because a lot of, a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot. Some parents don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They don't
no,
ask about that and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad you was able to explain that to me. Let's talk about facilities. I've seen
hmm
the field and everything else, but go ahead and talk about the facilities you guys have.
so they just redid our gym. Our gym looks amazing right now. When you come back down here, I'm gonna make sure I take you over to the locker room and everything else.
Okay.
But we have a building called the HRC. It's the Health and Recreational Center. But it has our locker room in there, really good sized locker room. Our locker room fits like 130 kids.
Okay.
So and functional. It's not gonna be the creme de la creme $50 $50 million facility,
Right.
no, but it's ours. It's beautiful. It allows us to have a place called home. We have they just redid some of the stuff in our weight room. Um, they have I ain't gonna say it on air, but man, just
I'll get
in
with
four
you.
to five years, oh my goodness gracious, good Lord Almighty, God is good.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna
That's
say.
all you gotta say.
Um,
That's all you gotta say.
uh, but our football field, as you've seen, we have one of the best playing venues in the conference.
Right.
Our field is gorgeous. Our stands are gorgeous. Where we're able to call our field house is very nice. It has space for our guys to be able to come over there and play the game, watch TV, sleep if they want to, whatever they want to do in the field house, they can eat. I mean, they come over for all kind of different things. But the field house is pretty nice for us. But we have some good facilities, and if guys come over and everything else, they'll be able to see that. And when they come on their visits, we take them around and we do the photo shoots and everything else.
Right. Right.
And you got the new helmet on there. I see right here down
Yeah,
there in the head.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got a new helmet on there. I changed up the helmets. I made them bad boys pop like the players like them. Put that white face mask and the W on there, double striped, man. And then the one thing that I know they care about a lot is them pride stickers. So I got a little Panther Paw pride stickers. Gonna riddle their helmets with those. But
Yeah,
nah, man, facilities wise, we're blessed. I would say it
I'm,
like that.
I'm about to come up with a brand, and man, I'm about to get some of that Kentucky Western gear so I can come back
Bro,
and
I'm telling you, you can
wear
rep
it.
it around the city, put it on the show. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm gonna wear it. I'll wear it on the show, man, and I have it down so people can see it. I definitely, you know what I'm saying.
Hey, listen, I got an idea for you though.
What's
I got
that?
an idea for you. I know you probably got to set up at the crib and everything.
Hmm.
Find out a way to get mobile. Do a show at on our tailgates. I'll make sure you get complimentary
Right.
tailgates and all that. I'll put you on my pass list and everything else.
Oh, we can make it.
Find out a way to do the
We can make
yeah.
it happen.
Find out a way to do the show at the game, pregame show. Whoop whoop whoop, and then come and enjoy the game.
Got you. Got you. That's not a problem.
Hey hey, and I'm the head coach now, so I got a skybox.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
come
That's
holler at me.
hey, coach. That's not a problem. That. Hey. Not gonna turn that down. I definitely have Mark with me too, so we're not
Hey,
gonna turn that
and
down.
Cosby is watching, so you might as
Ah,
well. That's
well,
on.
he's part of the team. Cosby got, AKA the mayor, got all kinds of jobs in Louisville,
Hey,
so
the mayor, boy.
he already know. He
Man.
already know. He's part of the team, big time. You know what I'm saying? So, Coach, let me ask you this. Let's talk about. Let me see. Let's talk about. Can you hear me, Coach? Let's talk about the fans and the support that you guys got. Like, first year coach, I know you probably already done talked to them several times, but as far as the show, what is the message that you send to your fans, the support, the alumni, coming from Coach Young? Can't hear you, Coach.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
All right. So the biggest thing that I've talked about with our alumni and our community fans is just everybody wants to know, Coach, what can we do to support you? Support our guys. Just come out and be able to be visible for them and let them know, like, especially with our alumni. I've talked to a lot of our alumni. Let them know that coming here was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know and let them see that, because a lot of our alumni have been a lot of successful places after they left here. But at the same time, it's like our guys don't know that right now until they meet you all. So at the end of the day, we don't need a penny from anybody, but I just want people to be able to come out and support our guys. And it's nice, especially like the fans in Louisville, all around the state,
Right,
when
right,
they get to
right.
come to our games. Some of them may or may not know some of our guys personally, but we are Owensboro's football team.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, we're the Owensboro's college football team. And when we talk to our community members, we just try to remind them of that. Like, we will support and do anything that is asked of us. Only thing we ask in return is you just show up on Saturdays. And
Right,
I've talked to a bunch of people, and we've talked about the game times being the biggest issues for some people.
right.
And so, we're going to move our games back to being in the afternoons and evenings,
Okay.
so people can get down here.
Love it.
People can get down here in a timely manner. And then the biggest thing for me personally
Mm-hmm.
is our KFL and our ODCYFL, our youth football leagues here,
Mm-hmm.
because we spend a lot of time with those kids. Coach Fraze, our defense coordinator, trains a lot of those kids.
Okay.
So I want to be able to go to their games in the morning before our games.
Love it.
And
Love it.
people are like, well, don't you need to get your headspace clear as a head coach? What's better than watching football? Watching kids that love the game of football.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
right,
nah,
right.
bro, that's
The,
what I want
ga-
to go
the
do.
game plan's already been set. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing, man, is understanding that it takes time, it takes relationships, it takes people being authentic, and so just being authentically ourselves, that is the biggest thing that we're trying to do to get support and garner support and keep support, and once you have it, just showing that appreciation for it.
I got one more thing before we close this out, Coach. Um, I like I said, I'm a former Bulldog, but basically, what this show has allowed me to grow and learn different programs in the city. And like you said, there's a lot of kiddos that is not D1, and it's not to be afraid or ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? You can go D2, do great, do whatever. If you're great, they'll find you no matter what. But I want to ask
Correct.
you this. Sometimes, you might be a good player that don't get that shine and nobody hears about it, all this kind of stuff. Do you frown upon those kind of players that, like kind of try to reach you, email you, show, I mean, hey, coach, I'm interested in Kentucky Westland. Here's my tape and all this kind of stuff. Is that, how do you approach with a kid that's hungry who probably came to a couple of games or probably knows some players and want to come to visit you guys?
The biggest thing that kids can do, honestly, in that situation, like you said, a lot of guys reach out to me personally, but and I'll be 100% honest with you. When guys reach out to me, man, especially like on Twitter, my Twitter DMs are nuts.
Okay,
Um, there's just so many kids, and it's like you would want to say only Louisville kids respond to this, and then you get a kid from Utah,
of
and
course,
you're like,
of
dude,
course. Yeah.
like Okay, but the biggest thing is to reach out to their position coaches. But then also too, like you said, if you know like a Gavin Simpkins from Louisville Trinity that is on our team,
Hmm.
like those kids are the best recruiters that we have. Our kids are our best recruiters.
Yes.
And I tell them that all the time, and then they get on their high horses. But our kids is who you need to reach out to, because our kids, when if one of my starting linebackers said, "Yo, coach, such and such reached out to me, he said he was trying to get a hold of you," I'm like, "Oh shoot, all right, my bad. All right, let me
Right.
go, let me respond to that."
Because I know
But
you
then
busy.
also too,
I'm
huh?
sorry.
Yeah,
No, I'm
like
saying
I
I
said,
know you busy. I wasn't trying to make everybody flood, but I'm trying to make everybody know that there's a process.
no,
There'd be an easy way to make it happen.
no, you're absolutely right. No, but then also too, like with recruiting, the biggest piece that kids forget and leave out is their high school football coach, not their 707 coach, not their trainer, not not somebody who told them that they were great. Just your high school football coach is the one that can vouch for you the best,
Right.
because he is around you. He's been around you. He knows your work ethic. He knows how you are in a classroom. He knows how you are with your teammates. That is the person that we're going to talk to first, not a trainer, not a 707 coach, not
Yep.
none of that.
Yep.
And so at the end of the day, especially here, that's how we do it here at Kentucky Wesleyan. We're
Okay.
gonna go talk to your high school coach. So if you got beef with him, you might want to tell us that before you start contacting us. Like, yo, coach, I got beef with my high school coach, and then we're gonna be like, red flag.
Yeah.
But it's there's a red flag in that situation somewhere, whether it's coach, player, we're gonna figure it out. But allow us, to do our due diligence, because we're gonna reach out to your high school football coaches first, and then if we get an opportunity to where the coaches might not be non-responsive, because some coaches are non-responsive.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Right. Right.
And just like we're non-responsive to some kids, so they can, that shoe can be on both foot.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, if we get a coach who doesn't email us back, then that's fine. We just go to your team's huddle, and then we got to go do it the hard way. We
Yep.
go through each senior on the roster, watch his film, grade his film. We like him. We try to find him on Twitter, try to find his contact information through a friend, somebody.
Right.
And, at the end of the day, that old saying is true. If they're interested, they're gonna find you. If they're
Big time.
if they're interested in
Big
you,
time.
they're gonna find you. They're
Yeah.
gonna find you every single time. But then also too, Will, I'll say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. There is places for everybody, but every place ain't for everybody. And a lot of kids for like a lot of kids, like, no knock on them. I love their hustle, I love their heart and everything else, but well, we play against some behemoths, and we have some behemoths.
Mm-hmm.
So, offensive defensive line really is where Division II gets separated from a lot of places.
Right. Right. Right.
So, at the end of the day, if you're one of those box players and you're a little undersized, then you got to be special, and you gotta be special,
Right.
because at the end of the day, for us here at our school, our administration isn't banking on wins and losses and everything else. It's really about retention rate and whatnot. But
Right.
at the same time, who likes to lose?
Thank you.
Like nobody likes to lose.
Nobody.
So
Nobody.
like I tell our coaches all the time, we can't afford, when we're talking dollars and cents, it got to make sense.
Right.
So if we're gonna scholarship somebody, there is a particular mode in which our offensive coordinator, our defensive coordinators are looking for. Now, is that a height measurement? No, nah. I'm about 5'7" on a good day,
Right.
so we
Right.
ain't gonna discriminate on nobody because they're short. But you know what I mean? That's not gonna happen. But at the same time, everybody has positional fits and program fits and culture fits. So, like I said, everybody, there's a place for everybody, but every place ain't for everybody. So
Got it.
a lot of people forget that in recruiting, and it's okay, to be upfront with a coach. Hey, coach, I'm not interested. Just like it is okay for us, don't take it personal if we say, hey, man, you're gonna have to walk on here.
Right. Right.
So,
Right. Right.
nah, coach, well, school ABCDEFG said, I get a $200 book scholarship. I'm sorry, bro.
You had to go there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If that's if tweeting the offer out is what's gonna get you to go to a school and not the fit, then I'm sorry,
Yeah.
because your values are all over the place.
I got you. All right, Coach, let me get you out on this. We always give everybody opportunity to go ahead and talk about, give thanks to people around them and help them get where they are today. You done some of that, but hey, you might have left some out, and you might want to go ahead and get everybody in there. So the floor is yours,
Right.
Coach. The floor is yours.
Now, I really want to give thanks to all the coaches that impacted me throughout my career, whether that's high school, whether that's college. My AD here, Mark Shook, my president here, for believing in me for that. My wife, my rock, she always holds me down. My daughter,
Yeah.
Cheryl Yost, I remember the Titans, ain't got nothing on my daughter. But then my coaches, man, my coaching staff is unbelievable. All them dudes believe in me. We ride together. But then also, too, man, I would be remiss, and I'm gonna keep it a being with you. Um, I want to give a shout out to the minority coaches, especially in Kentucky, around the country. We don't have a lot of opportunities, so my end goal is one to bring us all together. David Jones and
Right.
Dantzler, all those guys who have accepted me in Louisville
Right.
and throughout the state and have reached out and shown love, shown support because I'm a young black man trying to do this thing.
Love it.
So at the end of the day, there's a lot of guys that have done this before me, and have some succeeded, some haven't. But I want to give shout outs to all of them because I'm just gonna be the next in line to try to make all of us proud,
Love
and
it.
try to do the best job I can down here. So I really want to thank a lot of those coaches around the city who have reached out to me and shown love and support because that love and support speaks volumes when you got dudes you don't even really you ain't really even met before,
Right.
but come up and tell that they proud of you and they want you to do well, and whether they mean it from the bottom of their heart or whether they just saying it because it sounds good, it still hits the same way.
Right.
So I appreciate all the love and support that I've gotten throughout the state. It's been unbelievable. I tell everybody I need to be pinched or punched, man, because this is still surreal. This is a dream come true. So I
Love
just I'm looking forward to the fall.
it. Hey, love it. Love it. Definitely will be down there. I probably have a couple of dudes to come with me and check you out. And I love the
I'm gonna
invitation.
send you the schedule. I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you our home schedule after this,
Yeah.
and then
Without a
you let
doubt.
me know which game. You let me know which game you want to be my VIP guest, and I
I got
got you.
got you. And I love the opportunity to come down there with a tailgate and do a show from there, improv show.
I'm saying.
I love
I'm
that. I love
saying.
that. Hey, you already know Cars is already, he's probably already
He's
told me as
already.
soon as the show ends, he's going to say, hey, bro, I already got the schedule. Go take it.
And he gonna be wearing slides too. He gonna be wearing slides. He gonna
Love
be
it. Love
wearing
it.
slides.
Love it. But hey, Coach, we'll get together. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on this show. Like I said, you're the first head coach that's been on this show, and you have taught everybody, and I'm definitely blessed to everywhere about Kentucky Western football, about what you guys is about, what you want to achieve, and I'm gonna tell you what, greatness, greatness awaits you, brother, big time.
Appreciate you, family.
Hey, I'll get with you.
All right.
All right, thank you. Another banger, Coach, right there, man. Hey, right there. You got to give him a look. You got to give him a shout out. You got to see what's going on, Coach Young. Hey, big time. Kentucky Westland is doing a thing. Hey, I love it. Shout out to them, and definitely be down there. Check those kids out, student athletes, all that kind of greatness. So, thank you, Coach Young, for joining today. Check it out. It's been a banger. Not a banger. Next week, we got some more bangers. The mayor has hooked us up. So we got some coaches. Hopefully, we get Mark back next week. We'll do what we got to do. All this kind of stuff. The mayor, rocking and rolling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, go on and watch that finals, guys. God bless. Everybody have a safe weekend. Be careful. Watch your surroundings. Love you guys. Peace out.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.